There's a lot of things you can do if you speak and think positively. So for those of you who didn't know why Bernard and I can click, so now you know, he will call me and he will nag at me. He repeats like an old man, but I will just give him okay, okay. But he's a really, I'm thankful for him because though some of you do not know him well, you don't know his heart, but if you know him, he will tell you directly how he feel about you. So no offense if you think he's so direct, because he just want to he just want the best for you. Yeah, this is what I know of Bernard. The next slide, please. Okay, we started going on trips together last year with the other the leaders. You can see we went to India. Bernard was really helpful. He gave a lot of training to our Indian teams here. We were in Delhi, in Mumbai, and then you can see Alice, Philip here. Some of us, we were in KL together, Nihai, Faguni, and the rest, Rajiv, Saji. Yeah, so we are really thankful that Bernard has contributed so much to the team there to provide training, to meet the team. Next slide. Okay, now we come to this slide. You can see that's US $100,000. All of us can read that. When Bernard was promoted to the rank of 6A24, for us who are in the business, you know what's that rank, how high up is that? And that's Judy behind, doing her funny face. That's US 50,000. So before I hand over to Bernard, are you ready over there? Can I see Bernard? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let Bernard share. Yeah, he's there. Let's all welcome Bernard one more time. Yes. Yeah, and he will share with us his journey. I'm sure a lot of you have questions for him. So you can leave it on the chat room. Due to the time and maybe a lot of questions, a few of my co-hosts, they will help select, and then we'll bring it up in the Zoom call today. So if your questions are not being answered, please don't okay, we'll answer it maybe on the chat room later. We'll pick up questions that we think will benefit everyone here, okay? So Bernard, please go ahead. Say hello.
Hi everyone. Jenna, thank you very, very much for the kind words. I really appreciate. And I forgot that I gave you that book.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just an amazing book. Yeah, I trust everyone is well. Thumbs up if everyone is well. Very, very good. Now, Janet, you say you wanted to ask me a few questions.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now we have 129 participants. Actually, we have a poll. Maybe can I do the poll now? It's a very simple poll. Judy and Peter will flash it out. Just answer that poll first before I start with Bernard with questions. Okay, can you all see the poll? Yeah, just type. No? Not yet? Now you can, Sinju?
Yes.
Okay, just answer that for us so that we can do a poll and then we know whether you are a guest or distributor. Okay? All right. Yeah, that's all. Okay, Bernard.
Yes.
Hi, thanks for really giving your time today for us, even though it's a May Day. Everyone is having holiday, I know, all over the world. Okay, tell us how you came into ENAGIC and briefly share about your history with the company.
First of all, before the company, I was in the insurance industry where I realized the health stats of Singapore for a developed country supposed to have very good health care. It's quite alarming. Example, at the time, 27% of deaths every year is cancer, and about 27% is heart attack. So let's say it's 25% each. There's 50% people dying from heart attack and cancer. Now, if that is not alarming, I don't know what is. It's gotten worse, by the way. And so that I realized the old adage is true. Prevention is better than cure. This was in the 90s, where in the 90s, I had not, to the best of my knowledge, not many people take a preventive stance. So I started eating brown rice instead of white rice. I started taking complex carbs. I started venturing into supplements. And of course, today is quite common. And water, I always had this problem with water. I always look for good water. So I thought good means purest water. So purest water is distilled or RO, and I bought from one of our fellow distributors today, William Kwan, you know, yeah, RO water. And then some people will say, yeah, you know, the Japanese say RO is, no, reverse osmosis, RO is, this distilled water is dead water, the Japanese say. Say, what rubbish you talking about, you know? Little did I know that I have to eat my words, you know. Okay, subsequently, so I've always wanted good water because it's 70% of our body, right?
Yes.
Yeah, as one of the distributors in Andrew's team say, everything else is 30%, simple math, you know. So I knew that, but I didn't know what was the correct science. So one day when I saw online the testimonials in ENAGIC online, there weren't many online, were quite crazy. So I said, now if this guy is BSing 50% and 50% true, wow, then it's a very good product. With 50% of what is advertised and all that, I said, wow, fantastic, you know. So I wrote to the person, and the person say, send money to him in the US. I said, nah, I'm not going to send $4,000 US to you, you know. I don't know you. So I left it as such. And few years later, a friend of mine was in Singapore. He introduced me this thing. I said, don't need to tell me. I'm ready to buy. Don't need to tell me. So he didn't sell to me. I bought. But I was quite resistant because he said send money to Hong Kong. There was no Singapore office. Yeah. Then I said, not again. Then he said, no. This is not a dealer. This is a company regional office. I said, oh, okay. So I sent 3 days later, I received the product. So that's how, with a stance of health, paying for health today cheaper than paying for health tomorrow kind of attitude, I bought a machine. Yeah, I bought a machine.
Okay.
10th of October 2010. So 10. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So having said that, like, was it the water or the business that attracted you?
The water.
Okay.
I wanted to stay healthy. You know, at that time I was quite in disbelief of the industry, the network marketing industry. Not say was burned a few times and burned a few times by a couple of other direct sales company. I was like that pertaining to the business opportunity, but I wasn't like that. I mean, I listened, but I didn't. I knew when my introducer shared with me, I listened. 50% entered, and I wasn't interested. Yeah, I wasn't interested. Yeah. But what happened is why I started doing the business. For me, when I drank the water, like most of us here, the water speaks very loudly. But to me, I was the only one in Singapore, so to speak, with the testimonial. You know, no one else to refer to. But when the water speaks to you, the water speaks to you. There's no lying there, you know. So that's when I remember. Fortunately, my introducer spoke about the business. So I knew there was a business. That to me, that's a very important point. And I'm a person that believes that a person should be worthy of his commission. So I have no disdain for him earning a lot because he gives good service. So I knew there was a business. I knew he made a lot of money. So I started testing the water for a while. Yeah. And then when I saw that the water is, it wouldn't tarnish my name, the quality of the water. I mean, somebody said that a good name is treasured more than silver and gold. I unknowingly had been pulled down because of my name, because of certain companies' collapse, not of my doing. I was extra careful. At that point, I had just been burned back to back by 3 direct sales companies. 1, 2, 3. One of them was a MLM company. So I was with a bit of fear and jitteriness. After testing the water, I had no doubts about the water. I went forward to do the business because I said, please don't let this be another one. Yeah. So that was the initial start. I started 4 months after I bought the machine.
And remember when we had this machine, when you first met us, there was no ENAGIC office in Singapore. it was so tough, right? I mean, it's hard to convince people like this is a real company. So, but I remember you share with us like how hard, and you went all out first few months. You want to tell us that little journey? Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to be convinced that this water is good, that my name will not be dragged down within my control, you know. And when I saw that it's a 37-year-old company, company owned by Sony, it gave me a bit more comfort to dare to go into all-out massive action. What is all-out massive action? I had a job then, the first 6 weeks of my business, I had a job. So I did Kangen part-time, but my part-time was as much as anybody's full-time job. I remember I slept 4 hours per day for 6 weeks. Yeah,
Wow.
was just appointment. My first 1 week, I did 19 or 20 demos. One-on-one, one-on-twos. My first 1 week. Yeah. So that was and it was full demo because I don't know how to do half-baked demo with I didn't even have slides, you know.
We
just
didn't
some
have
pieces of
materials.
paper. Don't have just pH chart only or something like that. Judy, I can't remember, but it was some pH chart only and something like that, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And we don't have proper slides, right? And yet,
don't have.
And it took you how many months to become 6A?
73 days.
Wow. 73 days. Okay. That's very fast, right? And that's within Singapore market.
No, Singapore and Malaysia. Singapore started
first.
But here's the secret to one of the key secrets to this business. Those who are interested in the business, please listen to this phrase.
Yeah.
It's copyrighted, okay, this phrase. You have the right to copy it, okay? I see Charlene laughing. And you don't even have to put my name to say it came from me. It doesn't matter. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Momentum is the currency of this business. Okay, some people say Bamban Lai. That is the worst thing to do in this business. Bamban Lai for our foreign guests means slowly can do, you know. Momentum is the currency of this business. Let me prove to you, okay? Let me prove that momentum is the currency of this business. Now, Janet, I'm going to use you as an example. Can I, Janet?
Okay, sure. Good example.
Okay, let's say your closing ratio on average is 7, 1 in 7. Okay. And you do one presentation per week. After 1 year, after 49 weeks, how many cases you close? 7, right? Your math can't be so bad, but
very bad actually.
Okay, 7. Yeah, okay, 7 cases after 49 weeks, which is almost 1 year. Okay. And you go back to the 42 that say no to you. They may not say no, they may say I'll think about it. When they say I'll think about it, means no lah. Okay. And you ask them, hey, you tell them I closed 7 customers in the last 1 year, you know. They'll say, Janet, I'm happy for you. Now, the same effort you put into 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
With the same closing ratio, right? I mean, the closing ratio doesn't change, right? In 2 weeks, you present 49 demos and you have 7 cases in 2 weeks. And you go back to the 42 that say no to you and said, I earned so much in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, would there be greater chance of some of the 42 will what? You know?
Yeah, true.
So, everyone in your muted and say this with me. Momentum is the currency of this business.
Okay, you guys can put it on the chat to type it out.
Yeah,
for yourself.
It is the key secret. You can be lousy. 1 in 10, while Jit, who's online, is 1 in 5. Okay, but you have momentum. You cover 50 appointments in 2 weeks. You cover 4 appointments in 2 weeks. 5 appointments in 2 weeks. He has only 1 customer. And then you have 1 in 10, 2 weeks, you have 50 appointments. You have 5 cases. You are way ahead. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope it's good value for you guys. Momentum is the currency of this business. Okay. That's it, Janet. That's how I started. Then 6 weeks later, I went full time because where I was, I had raised up a second man that was able to take over the position. And my boss asked me, why? Why do you want to leave? You got a lot of upside in this business. So I told him what happened in the 6 weeks, 6 weeks, how many did I do? 47. 6 weeks, I did 47 in my team. And I told him I earned this kind of money. He said, can I buy one? Yeah, so he started my Danish line and Spanish line. He's from Denmark, but he lives in Spain.
Oh, okay. So within like now almost 10 years, right? We are 10 years in this
9 years and 9 years and 2
months.
Oh
yeah, 9 years. So how many 6As do you have in your organization now?
Sometime back I checked, it's slightly more than 1,000.
Wow. More than 1,000. And then okay, for distributor, you know what is a 6A 2-3 rank, right? And how many -3 do you have?
In excess of 30 lah.
30, yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we want to know, like, what are the keys to your success?
Okay, I already mentioned one. All out massive action, because momentum is the currency of the business. And I already explained the dynamics. Thank you for the thumbs up, Charlene. And earlier, Peter and Judy and so on. Okay, so the dynamics of momentum is important, very important. Example, if you are, let's say Jit, his team, he is only a 5A, but his team is doing 25 units a month, 20 units a month. And Janet, you are a 6A too, but your team is doing 5 a month. I say Jit will overtake you. He is more precious distributor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the rank. Ladies and gentlemen, I want here to, I officially, I want to mention, don't be fooled by rank. The value in this business is when you have a builder, value number one. The higher value is when you have a, builder that's producing. Higher value is when you have a builder that eventually can be independent of you.
Yes.
Then the correction, that is second highest. The highest one is a builder that potentially can be better than you.
And what other keys? So we have a speed. We have to take care of the speed.
Speed. Okay.
Yes, building the network.
Clarity. You need to have clarity that the asset is not the rank. The asset is having builders that is producing. Okay. Then so clarity. Clarity is important. And then in this business, a gentleman that is worth $400 million. Okay, he's largely unknown. He was largely unknown. That his very good friend told him, you got so much value in your life, you need to share yourself to the world. Okay, he's got his own jet plane and Ferraris and beach house and all that. And then that good friend, his name is Tony Robbins. So he took Tony's advice. He went into social media and he immediately became the #1 most sought after person in that space of personal development for business. And he said this, why? WHY, your purpose in the business is 70,000 times more powerful than the how to do. I give you an example. My upline was around for a few weeks. Occasionally, he will come back after that. If I don't have a strong purpose, and I'm looking for the why, whenever he's not around, I don't know how to do it. Yeah. And furthermore, a friend of mine, some of you may have heard him, Coach Ras from Philippines. He said, Kangen, I went to search online, the how-to everywhere. There's so much how-to online, So the how-to, frankly, is not so important. I'm not downplaying it until it's totally not important. So the next key is we need to help our people. First of all, we need to have a very strong purpose. Number one. And if the people purpose is bigger, better. If the purpose is not so big, easy to drop that purpose and forget about the dream. Okay, a man of the house and sole breadwinner,
your speaker. Bernard, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me
Hello?
now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, the initial first purpose was financial security for the family. Okay, as you introduced me, I have 6 kids.
Yep.
Kids in Singapore. I mean, when I saw one day, boy left the gymnastic bill. My kids go to one of the better gymnastic schools, and I saw the bill. I said, "Oh gosh." I got a shock, So it's not cheap, raising a family in Singapore. So yeah, that was my. So of course, my why has grown. The purpose is still there. I have other purposes added on. So the next key would be one needs to have very strong purpose. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if your purpose is money, I'm sorry to tell you, money is not a purpose. The purpose for the money, the reason for the money, whatever your reason, that is your purpose. That is your why. Money is very general. So, and then I am a firm believer in setting goals. Why? Why setting goals? Anyone want to volunteer the answer? The most important point about setting goals. Why? Anyone?
Anyone?
Facilitators who see the chat and then just maybe 3. I'm not saying that your answers will be wrong, but I will tell you what is the most important.
Some say financial planning. Wait, you have what to aim for?
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more?
Some say direction.
Very good. Okay, that's a good answer. What to hate for, direction, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you what is our normal psychological human makeup. Human beings will naturally gravitate towards the path of least resistance. Whenever we hit difficulties, don't want to do. So when we have a goal, we are able to go against our natural makeup, our genetic makeup. Is this good reason enough to set a goal?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Shirley and Judy. And so my screen can only see some. The rest who are, if you have thumbs up, sorry, I don't acknowledge you. Not that I don't like you,
Okay, we're still on this point about keys to your success. Actually, for those of us who know Bernard, right, in recent year, he has gone into his fitness level now. I really salute him, It's really not easy. I think it's all right for him to share with us, right? How he make this decision to actually improve even his physical self.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you can share with us. Yeah.
Okay. Some of you may have seen my Facebook post recently. 6 years ago, I was 89 kilograms, 88 kilograms. I'm 1.68. Now, if you do the math, that is not funny. And 5 years ago, I was carrying my 1-year-old son. Now, 1-year-old son, 49 years old. I started counting. I said, after he goes to national service, 2.5 years, then he graduates. By the time he graduates, I'll be 75. Let's assume he gets married early, I'll be 80. By the time his children come, I'll be 85. I will have no energy to have the engagement with his children. So that was a wake-up call. So I started watching what I eat even more. I started researching a lot on the food, the exercises that allowed me to be more efficient in terms of my exercising timing and, versus results. So recently I didn't realize that because of COVID, I started gravitating towards comfort food a lot. You know the biggest box of Ferrero Rocher?
Yeah.
I told my children, this one not for you. And the whole box I finished in 2 days. Then I went like crazy. I didn't realize that I sought after comfort food because I was stuck in the house and all that. And I put on a bit of weight, and so 23rd of April I was, but my weight has dropped. So I dropped. This is 72.9, 23rd of April. So I one of my life coach, he says, my friend, he says, you need to declare your goals, your intent. And be willing to look stupid. So on Facebook recently, I said by end of this month, I might target 66 kilograms. Target again, goal. So let's say I'm now 70. So in 1 week, I've lost 2 kg plus. Let's say I don't hit 66 kilograms, but I hit 68 kilograms. Is it embarrassing to go in 5 weeks from 72.9 to 68 kilograms? I think that's very good results. Even if I hit 69, I think that's fantastic. It's progress. So, folks, this one I learned from a distributor from Malaysia. You may know him, Gary Gunn. Be bold about your declaration. Be bold to be embarrassed. Yeah, the more declaration you make, the more you don't want to be embarrassed, so you work at it even more. So goal setting with declaration, that's important.
Okay, thank you. Okay, maybe some of you wonder what has Bernard weight got to do with our call today. But because I know it's really not easy to put effort into losing weight, or whether is it for weight loss or for anything, because Bernard went on embark on marathon, right? I can run, so I know that's very tough. So I compare that to like even doing a business. It's like a marathon. It's a lot to do with perseverance and a mindset. Do you agree, Bernard?
Yes. It's marathon. My first one wasn't easy. My last one was fairly easy. And you are right. And I did so badly in my first one, but how come I could complete? Because I had a goal to complete it. You know, the goal, the goal just gets you in that direction, as Judy said, and someone else said. You know, so it's I have to be very direct here. The ENAGIC business is not easy. It is not easy because the water and the Complan is so brilliant that it is not easy for a normal person to believe that there's something like that so good. I give you an example. On the chat, can anyone indicate that you couldn't believe it initially as well? You're one of those that, but because of a certain degree of persistence, you came in. Anyone can indicate that? There it is.
Yes.
I see face open. Yeah. So if you were like that, and so the answers are still coming in, you know, Alan and so on.
Yeah.
What about the rest out there? You know what I mean? So listen, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know when your ENAGIC business started? It started before you sign up. Let me elaborate what I mean. If you have not conducted yourself with elegance and integrity, and you're always late for your appointments and all that, and your friends look at you as, all this, then your reputation, the subconscious of your friends about you will punish you. But if you have conducted yourself well, and you have gone overboard in terms of always being early, generous, and all that, then your business will, your reputation will reward you in the business. Yeah.
True.
So anyway, that's just a side note.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, what are your best 5 strategies to convert leads into clients?
Wow, that is something I'm not very good at. I'm very frank. I am not very good in this business, except in one point only. I mean, the key tenets of the network marketing industry. But what I am excellent at, I make no apologies for that, is getting to know new people. That is my lifestyle. Not because I do it as a business. Sometimes I don't even broach about the business. I'm meeting so many new people that when I one day when I was flying to US, I asked the SQ flight stewardess in business class, I said, can you, at 2 a.m., can you show me what is suite class? They said, normally no, but because everybody's sleeping, I show you. Then, everybody has a room one, no? Suite class has a room, no? I said, no way I'll fly suite class. I don't want to fly suite class. I got nobody to talk to. Yeah, but my point is, my key strength is knowing how to say hello to strangers. And even if my conversion rate to talk to them about the business when I feel is right is low, the sheer number of people I'm talking to, because I just love life, I talk to strangers. I do have people eventually come who are interested in the product / the business. So, but I do have my couple of standardized bridging questions. Yeah, so I mentioned them now.
Yeah, sure.
They may not be the best, but let me know if you have better ones. The point is to do it imperfectly is better than not doing it at all. Yeah. So one of them would be if they are corporate people, they are of a certain age, 40 something and above, I will ask, what is your plan B? I say, Janet, what's your plan B? And sometimes they will ask, what do you mean? I say, well, in another 15 years, you may be retired. And in another 15 years, you may be retired. Do you hope to keep to the same standard of financially speaking? Okay, so what's your plan B? Another one would be very simple. I say, Janet, would you be interested to make extra money? Or another one in the context of Singapore, say, Janet, would you be interested to make an extra maybe 140,000 Singapore dollars over 3 years part-time? Why do I give the 140,000? 6A. 6A should bring you to about 140,000. Jit, is that right? 140,000, Jit? You are good with numbers, Jit. About there?
Yeah, where are you?
You just thumbs up, Jit. Is it about there? It's about there. So I say, hey, Janet, would you be interested to make an extra 140,000 over 3 years part-time? Yeah, I think many of us can attest that is being very conservative. I mean, it's realistic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about converting leads into clients, right? I think one of the very common response we have is, this is too expensive for me to buy. Even though you tell them you can do this as a business. How do you handle that?
That's because that response comes normally from people who, more often than not, from people. You see, if I, the prospect, I am looking for sick people, then I'm asking them to spend money. But whereas I'm looking for people to earn more money, there's less chance of that happening. But even if that is happening, I will make the case that I said earlier, Janet, you said you don't mind making extra money. I'm saying $6,000+ for a business that can earn you potentially 140,000 over 3 to 5 years, and you say this product is expensive. I'm surprised. Yeah. So
okay, we have maybe now I want to ask Sinju and Charlene, do you have any questions from the floor so that we can ask Bernard first at the moment?
At the moment, we do not have.
Okay.
So everyone please type in.
Hi, all participants.
Yeah. I suppose, Janet, because you are asking the questions and all that, But keep the questions coming.
Yes, because we like to allow you to ask questions, since this is a very casual Zoom session, so that you will not miss whatever you want to ask Bernard for the first time. You can ask on the chat room, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, if not, I'll come back to my question. Okay, there was this question that was given to me, like many are very concerned about Kangen not having recurring sales, right? Especially when you compare to selling other things like supplement, beauty products, small items. They believe that no repeat sales means no residue income. How would you respond to this? Yeah.
Okay, I like to talk about my own example. I started on the 16th of February, 2011, or in those who are more used to the US style is February 16. And after 2.5 months, by end of April, I was invited to go to the US to attend an event. So I took 19 days off after working very hard, obviously, and the flying itself and the flying back already like 4 days, 3 days already, and then I was hosted there, brought around for holiday, meet this distributor and that and so on. So 19 days. So I only had maybe 11 days to work. Now, after only 2.5 months, Janet, would you agree it's a fairly new business, 2.5 months old?
Yes.
I took 19 days off and I earned, and so May I earned more than 10,000 a week with 11 days work.
Wow.
So is
Okay.
that proving that actually it's quite a lot more than 10,000 a week, but is that proving that it is passive to a certain extent? Let me explain why. With a single product, a selling product alone is not passive. It's almost like I'm a salesperson at Komoko Moto selling Hyundai cars. You know, the advantage of selling Hyundai cars is the customers come into me. Whereas Kangen, you have to go out. So if you sell machine only, looking for help sick people to cure, then you will not have passive income. But if you look for people who are sick in the wallet and the bank account to cure, then you will have passive income. For the Singaporean distributors here, I'm sure you all would have heard of Muhammad Ismail. Muhammad Ismail is the boss of the biggest real estate company in Singapore. Does he have passive income? He has, right? Why? As long as his agents have an attractive career, Muhammad Ismail has a passive income. Agree?
Yeah.
Therefore, to get passive income in ENAGIC, we need to have people who are doing the business. To have super passive income, we need to have people who, okay, wait. To have basic passive income, we need to have people selling the machine. To have super passive income, we need to have people selling the career.
Okay.
So, example, Muhammad Ismail has passive income. He has thousands of agents. I hope that answers the question clearly.
Okay, actually, I have a note here. Maybe I interrupted you earlier to that question, pertaining to that question. What are the keys to your success? I think I maybe have interrupted you. Did you finish that one? We say that you mentioned about momentum. Yeah, but someone is asking like you, or you have any more things to share with us regarding your keys to your success?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 20, it says, "He that mixes with the wise will become wise." So you extrapolate. He that mixes with the people who are positive will become positive. He that mixes with the successful in ENAGIC will become successful in ENAGIC. He that mixes with the successful will be successful. Understand what I'm saying? So to me, association is very, very, very important. Choose who you mix with utmost diligence. Utmost diligence. Yeah. Why? Especially when you are starting on a new endeavor, your association base must already be in place. When your association base is in place, people that raise you up in your belief. When you hit with many rejections, you are able to go on. Yeah. So your association is very, very important. I hope.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
You have any more points to say about this? Yeah.
Yes. One more.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the greatest force in the world is the force of love. And the second greatest force is gratitude. Now, a businessman once told me, guard your pool of emotional energy. Your pool of emotional energy is drained by lack of gratitude and complaint. Gratitude will give you strong emotional energy. What does the emotional energy do for you? It gives you the resource to make another call that you didn't want to make. It gives you the resource to make another presentation appointment that you didn't want to make that appointment.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you're very sad, you don't want to make the call, whatever. It is down to the pool of emotional energy and how big is your why. So that's it. These are the few keys. And yeah, it's grown to slightly more than 100,000.
Okay. Okay, this is a question someone said, right? If you are serious about your ENAGIC business, you must see yourself as the CEO of your own organization. What's your comment on that?
I love that. I love that. In ENAGIC, I hear a lot of people complaining about upline and so on. Then one of my friends, some of you all know him, Gary Gunn, his immediate upline is dead, passed on. He told his team,
say properly, pass on.
he says, I want to thank him, also cannot thank him, he's died already. You know, because he did this. Yeah, he did this by saying, who down here benefited from the water? Wow, all the hands came up. And he says, isn't there enough reasons to be totally thankful to your upline? I was just thinking about you. Imagine if you don't have the water, what will your daughter be like now? You know, it's unthinkable, scary, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So when we operate from thankfulness, that way we look at our upline. If there is help coming, we be thankful. But they don't owe it to us. Unless, like example, like Judy here, when I signed her up, I made certain commitments. Verbally, I told her. And she's here to attest that, Judy, I said, have I fulfilled to this part? Have I fulfilled to this part? Now, if you didn't when you signed them up, so we are our own CEO. But if there's resource coming, please take it. Be thankful. But yeah. So it is our own business. The moment we have that mindset, we are a lot more independent. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So having said so much about the ENAGIC business, right? Do you agree with this statement that ENAGIC has a proven product and a proven system?
Okay.
Because there's so many network marketing in the market.
Okay, network marketing. I have many friends that earn 1 million a year. Many. I mentioned companies. I know $1 million US dollars per year earner from doTERRA, from Young Living, from Asia. I know one Asia friend that she's earning 2-point-something million a year, and whatever. You know, so many. You know, and I find those companies a lot more difficult to build. Why? doTERRA, you also got Young Living to compete, just as good, you know. So even if you think this is better, does your downline think this is better? If they don't, they leak out. So the leakage for good product company very high. So they are like what? No, they are like you know, if you want to swim against a moving current, you have to be, to succeed, you have to move faster than the current is moving against you.
Yeah.
Whereas in ENAGIC, from the standpoint of the core foundation of the water, some of us will agree that ENAGIC is the best water out there. Agree? Can I mention something? ENAGIC is the only water out there that we will drink. Yeah. Now, with some acknowledgement through the electronic thumbs up, can you who agrees with me that ENAGIC seems to be the only health-related product that everybody that use correctly, every single person will feel effect. I know there are many good, yeah, I mean, there are many good supplements out there. Hey, I have to thumbs up to myself also.
Okay.
You know, so now listen, think about it as a business, ladies and gentlemen. If ENAGIC is the only product in the world so far that every single human being using can feel a noticeable difference. I'm not belittling health supplements. There are many good health supplements. I take so much supplements, you know. There are many good supplements, a lot of testimonials, but it's not everyone. And furthermore, that very good supplement, you mean yours is the only one that's good? You mean your supplement is the only one that can produce these type of results? Well, again, leakage. Those who have been involved in MLM in good products, how much do you earn? Very often, you pay more money every month just to maintain than you can make the money. Okay, now in ENAGIC, because it seems to be the only product in the whole world that has a one-in-one effect if drink enough, etc., etc. Don't you think we should become millionaires? If we are not, something is wrong. Our association and our mindset is wrong. If ENAGIC has a very average comp plan, we should still be millionaires. You know, Amway has average. I'm being very kind when I say average, but there are people making money in Amway because the mindset is there. So I hope I elevate your mindset that ENAGIC as a business in this aspect is unique. But guess what? The bonus is ENAGIC comp plan is good. It's good. I'm being very conservative here. So, ENAGIC as a business, that one point alone, without the comp plan and all that, isn't it a powerful point? Can I add another point? Okay, I'm going to add another point. This is a 45-year-old company that has sold 1.3 million in the world only. Now, these 2 points alone, let's go out and grab market share, ladies and gentlemen, and carve out a legacy in your lives. Yeah.
Okay.
Over to you.
Sure. I wish I can see everyone's faces. It's a bit tough for me, but I'm looking for all our. I know this is an international crowd here, but Bernard, maybe you want to encourage our Indian friends, the team over there. Tell us a little bit about how you feel about the Indian market in regards to ENAGIC business. I mean, they have been in a lockdown, and really, this is like dragging everybody, you know.
I was talking to a leader in India. He just did last month with sales of nearly 500 units in his team.
Wow!
And
even during this crisis, yeah.
The lockdown in India means no delivery even.
Yeah.
Until 1 week ago. And how was he able to sell? He sold the value of the business and the machine so much that he caused the fear of loss into his potential buyers. They didn't wait 3 months. You know, after the delivery starts, then I submit. Then you may have to wait 3 months because of the sheer orders that's come in. Isn't it amazing, his mindset? Amazing, amazing, amazing mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in India, I dare not think too much about the potential of India because sometimes I cannot sleep at night. Yeah. Why? This business, countries where the average per capita GDP is not as high as, say, Singapore or whatever, people are hungrier for success. And India is one of those. And the mass population, yeah, and before COVID, India was breaking close to 2,500 units. And if not for COVID, I would see India becoming the #1 country in the world. And India has no easy installment, cash, full payment. So I feel India, look, everybody needs to drink water. And this is a not what people potentially their mindset may be, but we know that the value of this machine is just ridiculous. Yeah, so the potential in India, I've heard stories of super poor people where the clothes that they wear is borrowed clothes, given clothes. And today, I just heard on stage in February what kind of car he's driving just in 1-2 years. Just ridiculous. Yeah. So, in my opinion, India has just started. When we look at USA doing 4,000 plus units a month, USA is our benchmark because USA has been operating for God knows how many years,
Yeah.
Yeah. So India, Singapore, whatever other countries, those of y'all who are from countries that do not have a formal office, even more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grab market share before. It is going to be a bit more difficult, but it is more exciting. Why? I walked that journey. You, Janet, Judy, and Pastor Andrew, we all walked that journey. Were more challenging, but a lot more exciting. And today we have market share.
Actually, it'll be interesting if maybe we can ask the participants to type the country they're from. Then at least I know, one glance we can tell. Can you just type the countries you're from? Singapore, Malaysia, India, China, New Zealand, whatever. Yeah, so we know. Hi, okay. Sri Lanka, yes, Oman. Well, that's very fast. Thailand, nice.
Incredible. I'm from Singapore.
Okay, just type it there so we know. Philippines, hello.
Or Vietnam, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, and thank you for joining us. Okay, so during this crisis now, I mean, I always think it's a crisis. I'm not very old, like am I very young, but what we are going through today, the COVID situation, it really put some fear, right, in everybody's mind, like what's going to happen. So like, what do you see in ENAGIC in like 5 years? Okay, 10 years, is it too long? In 10 years time?
5 years, 10
Yeah,
years.
5 years, yeah.
When I attend conventions, coming formerly from insurance industry, very often the company CEO will thank the top producers. Whereas in ENAGIC, all the top producers are just thanking the CEO and the company owner, the founder. And I see in 5 years' time, I remember when I joined the business, the company was doing maybe 4,000 plus units a month. It just couldn't break through to 5,000 units a month. And a friend of mine, some of you may have heard of him, Daniel DeMacali, he said, do you realize, Bernard, Americans call me that, do you realize with sometimes the company not doing, they make some mistakes. All companies make mistakes, right? They make some mistakes and all that, and people complain. But in spite of that, the business keeps going up and up and up. And today it's at 15,000. Pre-COVID is 15,000. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, based on the trend since I started 9 years and 2 months ago, from 4,000 plus, it's going to break through to 20,000 per month. It's going to break through to 25,000 a month. My question I'd like to ask you, how much of that increase belongs to you? I'm going to share something personal here. When I was at about global sales, when I was doing maybe 1% of global sales, 40, 50 units a month. Judy, you didn't know. Judy and Peter, I did. But anyway, this is the first time you're going to hear. When I was very new, 40, 50 units a month, guess what was my goal? In one of my goals, to be doing 20% of global sales every month. Hey, if you're 40, 50 units a month, and you're aiming for 20%, it's a bit audacious. Before COVID, I was already doing 20% and above for quite a few months.
Wow.
So, if the company sales don't move, I will grow the percentage. I will grow my percentage. If the company sales move, I'm happy. The market is so big. Only 1.3 million sold in the world. Yeah. So I see ENAGIC doing 2 million, 3 million. And in certain countries, like in USA, all the celebrities are endorsing without financial benefit. And so it's going to happen. When that happens, in that country, it's going to be easier and easier and easier. In India, a lot of celebrities are using, but they are not taking picture with it that much. But eventually, some will be so thankful they take picture in certain countries. Guess what's going to happen? I think it's incredible. Yeah. So there will be many $1 million earners in ENAGIC, many more. Hopefully, some from Singapore. Yeah, I see Winston like that. And also India and Vietnam and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not planned. Pete, can you hear me? Judy? I think we can do a poll. It'll be quite interesting. We just want to know, maybe you can type, are you a distributor or user, right? And if you're are you a distributor? And we just want to know your rank. Okay, is that okay? Pete, can you add the ranking there? ENAGIC distributor, like your 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. Just put it there. No? You can't add it now. Okay, then we'll do this poll.
We can't do ranking. Yeah. Only if you are a distributor, a producer, user, and a guest. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, there's 3 questions
on
here.
The chat, Janet, maybe if
yes.
Won't be a poll, but put on the chat.
Yeah, put on the chat for us. Sorry, put on the chat for us. It'll be interesting for us to know, because we'd like to know how new are you in the business. Yeah, and maybe so that when we arrange for training next time, we can have topics related. Okay, are you currently ENAGIC distributor, product user, and guest? Please do that poll for us now. Yeah, I have people entering here. Thank you. Someone saying 2A. You know, we just want to know how many of you. 3A, yes. 6A. Yeah, just carry on. Just put it on the chat. Okay, while you guys are doing that, I have a question for Bernard here. I heard that you are a reader. In your opinion, do you think reading will help with the ENAGIC business? And then why? And if there's only one book you can recommend to ENAGIC distributors, what would be that one book?
Can I mention 2 books, please?
Can, 3 also can. Now COVID, everybody very free.
One specific to the industry, 3 books. One specific to the industry will be GoPro by Eric Worre.
Yes.
It's a must. It is the scriptures for this industry. Without sounding too anyway, and then the book specific to personal development and a building a mindset pertaining to wealth will be How Rich People Think. The book is a must, How Rich People Think, because it's easy to read, and the points hit hard very well. It enlarges the heart. Okay, and in terms of ENAGIC book, there are many good books, but I just rattle out a few. One would be Microbe Factor by Hiromi Shinya and Enzyme Factor. The other one would be Killing Cancer, Not People. Yeah. Personally, if you ask me, we don't need to know that much about ENAGIC. Now, let me give you the logic here quickly. The company is 45 years old. The company is certified in medical equipment, class 3 medical equipment. The company has the ISO of medical device manufacturing ISO, and it is JAPA certified. The certificates itself tell a story. The history also tell a story. Attend a meeting, you hear the number of testimonials also tell a story. The famous celebrity endorsing for free also tells a story. Usually celebrities will endorse for money, yet they are willingly filling up that space where they can never endorse another water machine anymore. Why? So, sorry, I'm going to use a tongue twister. This word I can never pronounce well. Anecdotal evidence. Yes. Anecdotal evidence. You know, Jeff Bezos said, if anecdotal evidence conflict scientific evidence, follow the anecdotal evidence. And Jeff Bezos today is the richest man in the world. So frankly, just read the book. One book on Kangen enough. Just attend the meetings. get your belief up. Okay, over to you, Jen.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any question from the floor now? Sinju, Judy, or any of the co-hosts, if you like to ask Andrew, you have to like to ask Bernard, you can actually join us, unmute yourself.
Okay, there was one question by Sean Tuang. He was just asking that besides the plan B and part-time, you can make 140K, what other standard questions you ask, Bernard?
These are my standard questions. Okay, sometimes I will ask Andrew, what do you do? What do you work as? You know, and whatever. And then I said, wow, that sounds very interesting. Standard, whatever the job is, I said, wow, that sounds very interesting. I will tell you 90% of the time that fellow will complain. Then when the person complains, I will say, would you be interested to some alternatives? Yeah. But you see, there is no, don't be afraid. Sean, I would say doing it imperfectly is better than not doing it at all. So frankly, my closing ratio not very good, but I work very hard. I talk to a lot of people. So now with a show of hands who are more seasoned distributors here, thumbs up or whatever, 140,000 Singapore dollars are actively working this business part-time, 140,000 earnings over 3 years. Would you all agree from your experience, is that fairly reasonable and realistic? The leaders there who have some experience, can you all thumbs up, electronic or manual? Yeah. Look, guys, for the rest, look, you know, you just have to work the business. You know, it's the only health product in the whole world that everyone using can feel a noticeable difference. Everyone, even the very fit and the very healthy. Want to know why? Because we are 70% water. Everything else is part of the 30%. I don't care how good, it's part of the 30%. Simple math. Even Kangen water is not as good, but it's 70%. Oh, by the way, you all know there is if a Taiwanese doctor talk about how to prevent COVID, Taiwanese, now only 400 plus cases in Taiwan. Everybody listen, right? And in Mandarin, he says molecular hydrogen is very important for your health, specific to COVID. And which machine produces the most molecular hydrogen in the world? K8. Yeah. Okay, over to you again, Janet.
Yeah. Sherlyn, Sinju? No question.
Only
Okay,
one earlier Sinjo mentioned.
Okay, sure. Okay, how about our friends from India or okay, we're gonna have Sophie. Are you there? Sophie, is she there? Maybe she's
maybe I can ask a question. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Bernard, can you share with us your opinion about attending convention? Whether ENAGIC convention or, you know, that 2 years ago you went to the GoPro convention and then you came back very excited, trying to get as many of our distributors to attend. Why is it so? What was your experience that make you do that?
Okay, attending, thank you for the question. I think it's a very good question. We are all emotional beings. Okay, 6 A's and up-ranking ranks and performance are created at events. Why? When we are emotionally, number one, we see, I'll give you an example. Someone who is earning $200,000 US dollars per year in Malaysia, young man, he stood there and he was thinking he's quite all right, you know. And then when at the GoPro with 8,000 people, the host, the MC asked, who down here earn 6 figures US dollars per year, stand up. 50% of the room stood up. Suddenly he realized he's been thinking small. So number one, it elevates when we mix with higher people, based on my first point, who we associate with. It raises our bar. And he started thinking, walao eh, you know, I'm thinking small. Okay, so number one, association will elevate us. Number two, Eric Worre used this term called social proof. Those of you who are coming on this meeting first time and suddenly you see after 1 hour plus 353 people, then you realize this business is not BS. You know, it's called social proof. And this is very little emotional interaction because our clap are all our thumbs, you know, we cannot hear the claps.
Yeah.
And this is in spite of that. Imagine you feel the energy.
Can't hear you. Bernard, we can't hear you. Yes. No.
Now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So the second point is social proof. More so than a screen, from social proof from a screen, but physically there. You feel the energy. And number three, when you pay money, you tend to be more attentive to the learning. And number four, the key secret, one of the key.
Oh, wait, Bernard, we can't hear you again. Repeat again.
Now, because they are doing their gymnastics training at home. But anyway, so sometimes 3 or 4 Zoom going on my signal. But anyway, yeah. I mean, all my iPads are being used, you know, until I had to use my, yeah. So anyway, what was the fourth point? The fourth point is, in our business, we need to hit a point of emotionally where we make that quality decision. When we hit that point emotionally and we make that quality decision, to succeed, our resolve to withstand and to move past rejections will be much stronger. So these are the 4 key reasons, whether it's GoPro or ENAGIC. Now, GoPro is a industry-wide event. It gives the benefit of the belief of the industry. In ENAGIC, it gives the belief of the company and the product. So I hope I've answered, Andrew. So to me, it costs a lot of money to attend these events. But can I be very frank, ladies and gentlemen? Within reason, not going is costly, but not going is far more costly. Yeah, my opinion. Yeah. So okay. I hope I've answered. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have enough time. I would maybe let you guys lift up your hands, and maybe if you want to ask a question, I will ask Judy to unmute you. Then you'll be like more natural and more casual. Is there anyone who would like to ask Bernard anything? Just lift up your hands. Co-host, can you help me look at them too?
Actually, Jeanette, earlier we missed a question from Faye. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
So, question to Bernard is, because you mentioned earlier you were previously from the insurance industry.
Yeah.
So, Faye's question is, would you choose insurance or Kangen if you are given a second chance?
Okay. I'm going to go around the roundabout way to answer that. I have a friend 10 years ago, he quit the insurance industry. He was Rookie of the Year, and every year after that, he was caught off the table. Just to let you know what is caught off the table, say a company like Prudential, usually about 6 of them only. That is 3 times MDRT. Now, when he resigned, he's my neighbor, by the way. When he resigned, he had to forego 750,000 Singapore dollars of guaranteed renewal income the next year. Why? Because in insurance, unless you are in management, you don't have passive income. Now, in Kangen, there is a chance for passive income depending on how you build and the clarity that you have and the intensity and so on. Okay. So, number one, I just spoke to an insurance manager. During the lockdown in Philippines, his team did amazing. But he just told me, on his 4th year, he only spent, every year in his 4 years has been doubling. And on his 4th year, he only spent 2 hours a week in the business. Okay, some of you all know who I'm talking about already. And he says, I'm looking at also doing the Kangen business. Why? Because it is a global business. Yeah, so yes, the answer is I will do Kangen anytime. In insurance, normally I will feel validated when a person dies or get very sick and there is a check. In Kangen, the fellow becomes more alive and I feel very validated because we help them to become more alive. Those are the smaller things. So yes, I hope I've given a certain degree. Actually, this one I can talk 1 hour, but enough. Yeah.
Okay. I think we have a participant, Sophie, under Philip's team. She lives in New Zealand. Sophie, are you there? We unmute you already. She wanted to talk to Bernard to ask him some questions.
I'd like to know how we can you hear me?
Yes.
Sophie, I can hear you, Sophie. I don't know that Sophie will come down.
Yeah,
but never mind.
I'm not mute. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Okay. So you can see me now.
Yes. Yeah.
From New Zealand.
Hi, Sophie.
Now it's 10:15 in the evening. Yeah.
Yes.
And this evening I joined this is quite good and quite encouraged. You know, I'm
we can't hear you.
Water, and I also have some team. So you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear
me.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yes.
And I just thinking how can this can you hear me? Maybe I change it to computer. Let me change my computer.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Join. Okay. Yeah, I just thinking this passive income and how can I work for this one, because now I also have this major business and this one for passive income. How can I work out and how can I build the team? It's quite new for me.
Okay.
I want to learn something from you, Brady.
First of all, Sophie, you need to have the belief in the product. Okay. The belief in the product is different layers of belief. Even now, when I hear new testimonials, my belief go up as well. So you need to. The belief comes when you, number one, attend meetings. But if you don't go overseas to attend meetings, then you grow the business and you hear it from your downlines, your new customers and your downlines. Your beliefs go up as well. So you need to have you need to have a continual growth of the belief. Now, the commission and if that happens, you will have more and more commission. Then your belief of the commission and the business will also go up. So you need to believe in the company also, not just the machine, the company and the business plan. These two you have to work at it very hard, because in the internet there is a lot of false information about ENAGIC. So how to grow the business, as mentioned earlier, you need to get into very serious momentum. In New Zealand, there is no formal office. Very exciting time to do the business. Very, very exciting. You need to give a very strong leadership that there is no doubt about this. But if you have doubt, then you need to come for meetings like this. I think this meeting will, I think even as you attend this meeting, you know, you hear my conviction, you hear many other people, your belief also goes up. So if you, so work on your belief, okay? And when your belief is more or less a certain standard, you need to go with very strong momentum. Very, 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 very important. Now, and also need to believe in the potential of the business. 2 points I mentioned, that ENAGIC is the only product in the world where everybody using can feel a difference. That's a business potential, and only 1.3 million so far, although it's a 45-year-old company. So when you look at the potential of the business, you know, some people, they are very quick to, after 10 rejections, they stop doing the business. If your dream is big and your why is your purpose, your is big, then you will not be affected by 10 rejections, number one. You will not be too distracted to go and watch Korean drama or whatever drama, you know, and for a season, there's all these are wasting time. You know, you need momentum. You need to work and work and work with no life, you know. So the rest will just fall into, yeah. You see, when people see you working very hard like that, there's no tomorrow, your builders will also follow the same pace. When your builders follow the same pace, you know, my direct downline here, I think there's only one direct, no, a couple of direct downlines, but the most seasoned direct downline here is also your upline, Sophie. Her name is Judy, and Judy and Peter. They can attest to the fact that when I started the business, the intensity that I did the business, very important to do the business with me. Yeah, Judy is smiling. Not your head, Judy, if you agree. Yeah. So you see, I want to infect my main downline to also do the business with intensity. Then the whole team will be intense and the momentum, and after a while, you try to slow down, you also cannot slow down because your team demand your time, they push you forward even if you try to slow down. So I hope I've given you some ideas, but you need to get your belief up. Philip and Janet will be fantastic people to tell you about the smaller details of the product and so on. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to answer is look more for people who want to earn money than for sick people. The product is so good, we tend to want to look for sick people. Anyone agree with me? Please give me some.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. When we look for
I
sick,
agree.
yeah, don't. Okay, listen to this. Don't be a McDonald's restaurateur selling hamburgers. Nothing wrong with selling hamburgers, but be a McDonald's corporation selling business systems. Wait, yeah, understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the first approach. Okay, Jenna, I'm going to take some time to tell.
Yeah, no problem. No, I just want.
Okay, I'm going to some very important training here. Okay, now it's more training mode than teaching mode, and then motivation and inspiring mode. Okay, I always 99.99% almost always approach people pertaining to looking for more money, regardless of how rich they are. Okay, let's say I approach Shirlene about the business, and Shirlene's reply is, Bernard, I'm not so interested in extra money. I'm doing very well financially. My answer would be, then Shirlene, I'm very happy for you. Perhaps I can learn from you how else I can elevate my finances. But then Shirlene, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger? Okay. When a person not interested in the business or business potential, it's very natural for me to drop back down to health and fitness. Agree? It's very smooth. Agree, everyone? Any acknowledgement? Agree? Yes. It's very smooth, right? Now, that's number one. Now, if I approach Shirlene, you interested to feel healthier or not? She said, no lah, fated one, die lah. You know, it's fated to die at a certain age and all that. Let's say. Then, do you think I can say, Shirlene, then would you be interested to earn extra money? It's impossible to talk about the second part. Okay, so that's number 1 point. Number 2 point is, many of you all heard this, but I have to say it again. Anywhere in the world, Okay, be it New Zealand and all that. You ask people what are your core concerns. By and large, people will tell you their core concerns will be 5 or 6 things. Number 1, I'm concerned about health and healthcare. Number 2, I'm concerned about healthcare cost, the cost to meet. Number 3, I'm concerned about retirement financially. I'm concerned about my children's education. And number 4, I'm concerned about my cost of living, my daily cost of living. By and large, if you guys who are taking Grab, Uber, taxi, you ask them, these will be the 5 things that will come out. Now, if 4 are money related, why do we want to approach with that one that is not money related?
No.
Yeah. So if we go with the 4, that is the core concerns. Even that doesn't work, we can always say, would you be interested to feel 10 years younger? Does it make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. So, do I believe in selling Kangen machine? I do. But let that be your second part. Don't sell health, sell finances and freedom. Okay, over to you, facilitator.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Sophie.
And I need some more.
Sorry. Okay, never mind, Sophie. Maybe you can type on the chat, and then Judy can. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're still there. Yes.
You can see.
Sophie, maybe you type on the chat because we can't hear you properly.
In check, I need some more Chinese version product.
Okay.
Menu. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
我需要一些中文的资料。
So,
okay,
Janet,
Sophie,
we take this offline. Is that okay,
yes,
Sophie?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Janet and Philip will be able to
Thank
help
you,
you
Sophie. Yes. Judy, you can mute Sophie first.
I like to mention one additional thing. Nothing to do with this. Okay. Give me your 100% attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say that the heavens, when the heavens created us, they created a seed of a champion within us. And don't let life tell you otherwise. Success, therefore, is our birthright. And I'm telling you here now, as your upline, that you have a seed of a champion. Hang around with people that will tell you that and not otherwise. Success is your birthright. Okay, remember to hang around people that will enforce that. Okay, over to you, Janet.
Okay. Thank you, Bernard. The reason we allow Sophie to ask question online because she's very excited because she's from New Zealand and not much support because it's a Chinese. She's mainly having Chinese community there. But you guess what? She owns a K8 and I think she's going to be a 5A soon. And in her organization, it's mostly K8. Yeah, so that's incredible. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we're going to take just one last question. I just want to be fair to those on the chat. Somebody asked Bernard a question. You said that you have interest to talk to stranger. Please share how to start.
Okay. Generally, when you love life, you tend to want to talk to strangers. I like to add one thing. When you love life and you love yourself, you need to have self-love. Very important. It's a natural byproduct. The question is, do you love yourself? Okay. You can also train yourself to talk to strangers. All you do is, hi, how's your day today? I have even sold 2 cases when I am in the toilet men's urinal and I see, Charlene, I saw that man wearing a Panerai and I love Panerai. Obviously, Peter Fleming likes Panerai as well. And I said, that's a nice watch you got there. And then naturally he looked at my watch. He wasn't looking at my private part. He looked at my watch, what watch I'm wearing. Then after we washed hands together, we chatted, we went out. So far, I've closed 2 cases like that. One of them is a deca millionaire. I went to his home recently because he hasn't been watching the information I sent him. And I saw the car he drives. I said, God, and the who's who of owning this car, the car he knows. So, and he wants me to show him the potential of the machine to his wife as well. So now, I said hello to him. Was he in a plane? I think it was no, that one was a men's urinal. Yeah. Yeah. Just be friendly. Just be friendly and listen. The fact that those of you all who can ride a bicycle is because you are willing to fail many times. So get comfortable with saying hello to people. After a while, that will be comfortable. You understand? You get comfortable with that. But why I do it naturally? It wasn't a skill that I developed because I love myself. That's so important. Number 2, I live in gratitude. More so nowadays. Why? Every morning after I do my 15-minute morning stretches, this is based on my own spiritual belief. I will visualize a very classic old school fountain pen. And then the fountain pen comes into a very big old school bound book. And my name, Bernard Chan Chi Yong, being written. And that is the book that I call the Lamb's Book of Life. And after that, how not to have a happy day? So that is my daily meditation apart from other things. So I hope I answered that question. You can practice the skill, but more importantly, beyond skill is if you are happy, if you're a happy person.
Okay.
Bernard, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, Andrew.
Can I ask?
Yes,
this is quite common. If I am a distributor and my sponsor for some reason not active, could be not active. 2, we cannot get along well. Then what can I do? To help myself.
The same. Whether I can get along with my upline or not, it's the same mindset. I'm the CEO of my business.
But I need help. I need help. So how do I get help? But I cannot get help from my direct sponsor. So
okay, I'll find out who's the sponsor. Then sponsor.
okay.
Number 1. Number 2, we can consult YouTube University. My friend call it YouTube University. Yeah, there are many information that we can learn. My immediate sponsor, he didn't have help. He went to get a DVD, play the DVD, and then when he played the DVD, he practiced his demo. He practiced his demo until he got to know. So because he has a mindset of a CEO, so the help can be tools also, Andrew, and the rest is willingness to practice. And for me, when my upline didn't come, he doesn't stay in Singapore. I was very fortunate to be able to go to the US, and the people in the DVDs that we have, I got to know them, and they became my friends. With no branch office, no branch manager, upline not in Singapore, I was fortunate enough to be in contact with these people. They gave of themselves. They guided me and befriended me. So when you have no upline that can help you, attend meetings like that. Because in this situation, nobody can say no uplines already. Because this meeting is doing so much. Yeah, I hope I've answered to a certain extent. Most important is the mindset.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Andrew.
Thank you. Okay, I was smiling just now because someone asked, right, how to be friendly, and then you say you meet people in the toilet also, you will talk, and Winston said he's going to go to the gents more often.
Okay, let me tell you an incident. There was one
go
time,
to the
No. I held a training in the Singapore office. Some of y'all may remember. And then while I was playing a 5-minute video, it's called the Lego Story. I brought 2 people, Lawrence Chan and somebody else, downstairs. And in the elevator, I said hello to someone in the elevator in front of them. And I chatted 1 or 2 lines, and the guy was open to listening to Kangen. And then I went downstairs. In that 5 minutes, went downstairs, there was one more person open to talk about it. Just by me saying hello. Yeah. And that one was lucky. 2 of them were open. But maybe not. But you don't know, you see. So what if they're not interested? What's the big deal? If I offer you, Janet, Ferrero Rocher, I say the best chocolates in the world, and you say not my preference because I don't like to take sweet things. You're not
I like
No, wait, but you're not rejecting. It's just not your preference. So that's the mindset we have. And then within that 5 minutes, we went back into the room. Lawrence and whoever else, could be Richard Tang, whatever, talk about the experience. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. One last question. Okay, Bernard. One more because it's already 6:35. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What is your advice on the possibility on building the business in a country with many in poverty yet need quality water? Example, Papua New Guinea, PNG. Yeah, how to help them?
By selling the main thing, business opportunity. Where are you going to find 3,000 Singapore dollars to 6,000 plus Singapore dollars for a global business? This is their way out of poverty. Our Indonesian friends, many of them that are very rich today from the business, they were very poor. So it's to show the business opportunity first, backed up by the foundation of an excellent product. Listen, McDonald's is an amazing business for McDonald's, based out of lousy hamburgers. Hey, our burger is very good, you know. So we need to sell the business. Papua New Guinea, we need to tell them the business. You see, most people who are financially a certain standard, they buy the product, but they don't think of business. Wrong. Kangen is about helping alleviate people's lives. Many rich people don't think of wanting to earn money. Yeah. So I'm quite fortunate. I've got a couple of rich people, very rich, but they moved the business from Malaysia and all that. Some of you know who. Yeah. So the business is universal. Money is universal. Cure for sickness of the bank account and the wallet.
Okay. Sorry, Judy, should we do the last question? Someone just dropped a long one. Okay, we have about like 100 and let me know, Judy. I give you some time. I will just look at the number of participants now. We have still 137 people. Should we continue with the last question?
Yeah, shall we? If everybody is okay, but if anybody need to leave, please
you may leave.
Yeah, don't feel stressed to join. But maybe one more question. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This question is from Ajay. Okay, Bernard, what's your advice on cross-line stealing prospects suggested by their other cross-line in the same region? And often the mindset is to pull them to join their own team and not giving a right advice if they have been requested to help. Your advice to all ENAGIC distributors on ethics and values to all, irrespective of cross lines, and not be selfish and help each other to grow. The art of giving away will eventually go a long way, you being helped in the long run. Yeah, I think Bernard, you sort of understand that question.
I do. Okay, now it's you know, I like to go a bit of a longer story. I had a person that I prospected, and this person asked me, "Is there discount?" Which is quite normal for anybody to ask. So I said, "I'm sorry, it is against the company policy to give discount." Then the person said, "Oh, there's somebody else offering me discount." I said that person probably knows it's against the company's policy, and he's going against it. So this prospect decided to buy through the other person, in spite of me telling it's against the company rules. And when this prospect got brought to the Singapore office, being a small country, most people deal not online, they just go to the physical office, right? The not so integrous a distributor brought this prospect there, and And the prospect saw the biggest picture in the office is my picture. And he decided not to join the person and want to come back to me. Yeah, and when I found out that this person wants to come back, I rejected him. I said, I don't want to sign you up. You look for somebody else. I don't want to guide you. You knew it was against the company policies. You decided to go that direction. You were not wise enough to see if a person at ground level will want to be unintegrous. How is he going to be your leader? Yeah. So just on that stronger statement, it's very obvious what I'm trying to point at, you know. But okay, Ajay, it's unfortunate that the reality is there will always be people offering discounts, and we have to contend with that. But can you imagine that we conduct ourselves so well? Imagine Judy and her team, these regular meetings, and this is an ad hoc extra meeting by Judy and Janet. If it is so attractive, that can you conduct yourself so well that you are so good that people want to join you? So actually, my team has grown fast enough that my downline, some of them are not so integrous. I can't change that because I don't know who they are. I have people joining my team more than people being swung over the other side because the team generally functions well. But the sad truth is we have to be very wise. Example, I will not send a prospect to Hong Kong office to take water unless that prospect is my auntie. You know, somebody that is close to me. Yeah, so be very wise about it. Now, if we can find people that will be willing to help and see the bigger picture, fantastic. But approach it carefully first. Work on the point of the norm that people will steal people away. Yeah, be very careful. So I hope I answered that, Ajay. You're welcome.
Yes, he did. He said, thanks, Bernard. Yeah. Okay. So with this, we're going to end today's session. Aren't you all glad that we have spent our 1.5 hours here on the Zoom session with Bernard? Let's give him a thumbs up. Actually, I like to clap, you know. This Zoom thing is just so... Okay, Judy, can you unmute everyone again? Unmute. So everyone can say hello, say thank you. Yeah, unmute. Yeah, I prefer that way. So Bernard can hear our voices.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. We want to thank Bernard because
Bernard, we need
yes, you can drop on the chat what you want Bernard to read.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you, Pete and Judy, for also
Very much.
Thank you. Hosting and facilitating.
Thank you.
Okay.
For hosting and
Maybe
facilitating.
we will, of course, plan more. Yes, I can hear you, Saji. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we will do more trainings like this. I'm sure you like it, right? So we can have more topics because now everyone is on Zoom, and I believe we will work on this more. And then we have Bernard and Judy next round share with us their experience. Someone with 9 years in ENAGIC, I'm sure they know what they're talking about. So we would like to learn more from them. Agree? Okay, have a nice evening and a nice weekend. See you guys again on Monday we have our session as usual. On Monday and Thursday, please join us. See you guys.